Happy Thursday to you. Those wishing to get their hockey itch scratched need to go no further than ESPN and ABC. Rather than the NHL All-Star Game this year, the league has split players into national teams, making up the Four Nations Face-Off Tournament. Last night, Canada knocked off Sweden in dramatic fashion in overtime 4-3. Tonight, the USA squad is facing Finland. That's on ESPN. The series will take a break on Friday to reload with two games Saturday on ABC. The first will be between Finland and Sweden at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's followed by the U.S. and Canada at 5. Kaapo Kakko is the only Seattle Kraken represented and will actually play against the U.S. team tonight for Finland. Checking the college basketball scoreboard from last night in men's play, Ohio State had no trouble dispatching the University of Washington 93-69, the final. Just one game on tap tonight with Gonzaga hosting San Francisco. That's at 8 o'clock tonight on ESPN following hockey. Washington and Oregon were back and forth in women's college basketball last night. The Ducks prevailed over the Huskies 68-67. There are a couple of games tonight. Washington State hosts Loyola Marymount at 6 o'clock. The Gonzaga plays at Oregon State. Both those games are available on ESPN+. Well, the Seahawks' new offensive coordinator was introduced earlier this week. After a several-week search, Seattle landed on Klint Kubiak as their man. Coach Mike Macdonald made the introduction at team headquarters in Renton earlier this week.
I'm here to introduce Klint Kubiak as our new offensive coordinator. It's well documented that we took our time with our search. We wanted to be pretty extensive. Felt like it was important to talk to a lot of people and understand what kind of the lay of the land was out there. And in order to do that, it takes a team of people. It wasn't just me kind of doing my thing. It was a whole team effort. So as the process started to unfold, it became really clear that Klint was the best option for us. Really excited about it.
Kubiak was the OC in Minnesota and Denver before coming to Seattle. He says he sees this as a prime opportunity.
Just to open up, I'm really appreciative of Mike, of John, Leslie, of giving me an opportunity to be here. I know how big of an opportunity it is, and don't take it lightly. We got some really impressive coaches on our staff to work with, and that's what it's really about, is our staff and what we do together. It's had nothing to do with me. It's us communicating a vision to our players together, and that is critical, and that's what we're in the weeds of right now as a coaching staff. So there's plenty of work to do, and I'm really fortunate to be a Seattle Seahawk and looking forward to the challenge.
While Geno Smith's contract situation in Seattle is still in question, Kubiak says he looks at Geno as a prime reason for him taking the job with the Seahawks.
I think Geno is his own man in a great way. Like, Geno is a very aggressive player, have a lot of production. Obviously, he's been doing it for a long time. He's overcome a lot in his career. I have a lot of respect for Geno. Was a huge draw to come here and be able to get to coach him, alongside Andrew Janocko. So we have high expectations for him. We're going to push Geno and get the best out of him, and we'll do that by pushing his teammates as well. It's not just his show; it's a team thing, and he's got to be the head of that.
When asked about his style of offense, Kubiak says has to be balanced between using all phases and all styles to put points on the board.
The number one thing is that you better have more than one way to win. We're going to have an identity. We want to be smart, we want to be tough, we want to be physical. Those are three critical attributes, but it's important that we can run the football, that we're successful throwing team. We got to have all of our guys contribute on special teams, and we have to communicate that to the offense, how important it is to win as a team, and there's not one way to do it. So here, going from April to June, we better get rocking on the fundamentals so that we can win multiple ways come the fall.
Kubiak, Coach Mike Macdonald, and General Manager John Schneider are working on personnel decisions now, and they're gearing up for the NFL Draft coming up in April. The Quincy girls basketball team had their season come to an end last night. The Jackrabbits fell to Toppenish 73-24 in the first round of the District 5 2A tournament. East Valley edged Othello to end the Husky season. Ellensburg advanced with a win over Grandview, while Prosser advanced with a victory over Sela. District 5 1A tournament begins tonight for the girls, with Cashmere hosting Royal at 6 o'clock, while Cascade is at Natchez Valley and Chelan visits Wapato. Moses Lake High School is the site for the District 5 2B tournament. Kittitas plays Tonasket in a loser-out game. Tri-Cities Prep faces Lake Roosevelt in another loser-out contest. That's tonight at 7:30. Championship bracket has Mabton and Okanagan in the main gym at 7:30. District 5 1B tournament is at Wilson Creek, where Entiat faces Wilson Creek at 6. Loser-out game. Moses Lake Christian battles Soap Lake in another loser-out contest at 7:30. Pateros and Entiat boys had their seasons come to an end in the first round of the District 5 1B tournament to Wilson Creek last night. Billy Goats fell to Cascade Christian 69-45. Tigers were edged by the Devils 45-43. First round of the District 5 2B boys tournament also at Moses Lake High School tonight with Okanagan playing Granger. Mabton and Tonasket tip at 6. Those are both loser-out contests. Liberty Bell faces Tri-Cities Prep in the championship bracket at 6 o'clock. Tonight's also the final night of the regular season for the Big Nine with Moses Lake at Sunnyside. Wenatchee hosts Davis. Eastmont's on the road at Eisenhower. The girls play first at 5:30. The boys follow at 7 o'clock. Davis and West Valley have already clinched a spot to the district championship on the boys' side. Moses Lake and Sunnyside will host a play-in game. Should Eastmont win tonight, they'd travel to Sunnyside rather than Moses Lake next Tuesday. Davis and West Valley girls also have clinched a spot to the district championship next week. Eastmont would clinch the number 3 seed with a win tonight and host Sunnyside on Tuesday. A cadet win would mean the Wildcats would host Moses Lake next week. That's a lot of sports. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.